In a period where people try to find who they are, and the difference between happiness and duty, love still prevails. Jerry Mulligan goes through a bumpy road as he tries to win the heart of Lise, the woman he loves, even though she feels a sense of duty to those who saved her life. In the opening scene of An American in Paris, the musical, Adam Hochberg, a pianist, opens with a narration about Paris. Paris was not always about love, as the Paris we know now is different. There was once a time when war was at its peak, and even after the liberation, people were still agitated by the sound of guns. But it is from the ashes of a war that friends are made and new loves are found. According to Adam's narration, that was what it was like the day a soldier named Jerry Mulligan decided to stay in Paris. As Adam plays his tune, a play that will explain this unconventional love tale begins in the background. Stay with me, as we are about to go on a thrilling love story. We see a crowd rioting against the Nazis for a new France. Finally liberated after the end of the Second World War, we see Jerry Mulligan in his uniform. He sees a woman walk past. His soldier friend enthusiastically reminds him about their train home and the need to be fast, but Jerry seems reluctant. He stays back for a while and witnesses as the woman from earlier helps a poor French woman who has been bullied with some food. The poor French woman is grateful and leaves the stage. When she leaves, the stage light is focused on her, and Jerry is so entranced he starts to dance. The train sounds and the rushing crowd reminds him of the train he has to catch, but he ignores it, following the nice and beautiful woman instead. Immediately after he leaves, two young men step out from the train, happy to be back home in Paris once again. As the woman walks home, she encounters four men who almost harass her, but she is saved by Jerry Mulligan, who has been following right behind her, already in love. She runs from the place with Jerry right behind her. Couples are reuniting, and Jerry and the mysterious woman have an opportunity to witness the beautiful reunion of a couple, though on two different sides of the wall. When Jerry notices the woman has gone, he quickly tries to follow her, not wanting to lose sight of her. The mysterious woman meets a crowd of people persecuting another woman, and tries to help her as sadness grips her heart. Unfortunately, she is pushed to the ground, where she sits unhappy at the outcome, and helpless as she can do nothing. Jerry immediately comes to her rescue, lifting her. He is entranced once again upon meeting her face to face, and the woman seems attracted to him too, but runs when he turns to pick up his things, nervous at her feelings. When Jerry turns back, he is disappointed as he can't see her anymore, but decides to stay in Paris after much deliberation, and a reminder from the train sounds. The next scene takes place in a bar called Dutoit, and Jerry is welcomed by the only person in the bar, who feels comradeship with him when he hears his broken French. They introduce themselves, and Jerry is a little overwhelmed by Adam's openness and talkative nature, as he is more on the quiet side. Adam is happy to meet a fellow American soldier who deliberately refused to go home, and welcomes him to stay in Dutoit, as the owner feels guilty towards the Jews and artists, and he's staying there for free. Curious as to why Jerry ditched his train home, Adam probes, but stops at seeing Jerry's reluctance. Instead, Adam turns his focus to Jerry's sketchpad, and Jerry is embarrassed by the drawings of his dark period of life. Henry, the shop owner who came in earlier, encourages Jerry to draw cheerful and bright things, but Adam laughs at this, as he prefers it dark. Adam tries to get an update on Henry's proposal to his love interest, but Henry chooses not to ask her, but to write her a letter. He does not even want to divulge much information about her, because a lot of French women fall for the Americans. Henry is happy to receive Jerry, although he thinks Jerry is Adam's childhood friend, which is not true. Excited about the progress of his song, Henry asks for an update from the musician Adam, and Adam explains Henry's strange interest in music to Jerry. Henry starts singing, but doesn't feel the music, as it feels like a burial song. Adam feels the song is okay, but Henry insists that Paris needs the joy. He switches up the song a little, and it becomes a chirpy song. The Dutoit bar opens, and the workers and customers meet them singing. They join in the tunes, dancing themselves away till night. Even as the electricity goes out, it doesn't stop them, as they enjoy themselves along with the three musketeers, Jerry, Adam, and Henry. Adam continues, explaining the new air in Paris and his struggle with his music, but leaving us to see the time he took Jerry to the ballet to sketch dancers, where he is accompanying classes. At the ballet, Jerry is sketching when a woman comes in speaking French. On hearing his reply, she switches to English, apologizing and introducing herself as Milo Davenport, and Jerry introduces himself too. Noticing his sketchpad, she seeks permission to take a look at it. Impressed by his work, she feels he's confident when Jerry says he's aiming for the Louvre, even though he said it jokingly. Not wanting to miss this opportunity, she invites him to a gathering at the Ritz where he can meet more people. Jerry leaves and Madame Borel walks in, to Milo's disappointment. Milo is there to audition for ballet. There's a little tension between them, as Madame Borel's family is backed by Nazis, but Milo is from an influential family as well. Madame Borel informs her of the maestro's intention to meet her, and she's a little reluctant as she's new to town. Soon the maestro steps out, and Madame Borel introduces the two. Maestro leads Milo to another room, where they will perform the audition variation for him. The audition starts, and the dancers start dancing. with Adam playing the music and Jerry watching. As they're dancing, a girl rushes in late for the audition, and it turns out to be Jerry's mystery woman. He's shocked, and when he tries to talk to her, she pays him no mind, as she needs to do her audition. The instructor strongly refuses for her to join, but Adam tells her to wait. As a girl is eliminated, the mystery woman enters the dance, and everyone is captivated by her dancing. The song comes to an end, and Adam hands her bag. She introduces herself as Lise. She thanks him, handing him a flower from her head and kissing his cheeks. As she tries to rush out, Maestro stops her, asking her name. At the mention of her name, Lise Dassin, he recognizes the surname, as her mother was a good dancer too. He tries to talk to her, but she has to rush to her other part-time job and has no choice but to leave, and Maestro allows her to go, after confirming if her details are with them. Jerry tries to follow her, but is stopped by Milo, who tries to discuss the possibility of a short piece celebrating the French and American youth with Lise at the center, Adam as the player, and Jerry as the designer. Maestro is against the idea, and he already has designers, and can only manage Adam and Lise, even though she vouches for Jerry's work. Jerry leaves quickly, and Milo reminds him of the gathering as she tries to convince Maestro when they leave the stage. Alone on the stage, Adam begins to think about Lise, but gets himself together as he needs to compose a song for the play, playing the piano in the process. At this point, two men are now interested in the same girl. The scene changes, and Jerry is seen once again chasing Lise around. He manages to get to her place of work, where she sells perfumes, and starts talking to her. Wanting to ignore him, she informs another staff member to attend to him, but he leads the staff to another customer. He tells her she got the job, as a ballet is being created for her, and even buys a perfume for her while at it. But Lise is just exasperated by his presence, wondering if he chases women like that. This doesn't faze Jerry, and he starts to sing about his luck for having met and chasing her, his first love. He begins to dance around, causing a ruckus in the shop. Lise is frustrated, but eventually joins in the dance, and it soon escalates as they have to hide from security. Lise is annoyed and worried that she might be fired. Jerry introduces himself and invites her to meet at Pont des Arts, since he'll be there all afternoon. She is amazed at his confidence, but he simply feels that his luck will work for him. The security finds them, and Jerry runs out of the shop. After the ruckus is over, Lise is reprimanded by her manager. While still in the shop, Madame Borel congratulates her for becoming the newest prima at the Ballet du Châtelet, as she heard it from Maestro himself. She tries to be discreet, as it might not end well if it's found out that they know each other. Madame Borel is proud of her, and says her mother will be proud too. But the fact that her mother will be proud doesn't seem to sit well with Lise. Lise is happy to work in the Ballet du Châtelet. Meanwhile, Madame Borel, on reaching home, is greeted by her son Henry. She reveals the good news and asks if he has proposed to Lise yet. This is getting interesting. So, it appears three good friends are after the same girl. We'll see how this goes. Henry confesses that he hasn't, as he wants to express himself through a letter. His mother warns him that she can be stolen from under his nose, imploring him to write it quickly, as Lise loves him too. Henry sits at the table, trying to compose the perfect proposal letter. At the same time, Lise, who stopped at a restaurant, is writing a letter home. She informs her mother about her new job, and also writes about her earnest confusion about love. She knows she loves Henry, but not romantically, and she begins to sing of how wonderful it would be to find her love. As the narrator, Adam steps to the stage, explaining that Lise made everyone want to love her, and that he had also wanted to love her, even going as far as forming a song for her. Lise goes to the Pont des Arts, where Jerry is sketching again. He is proud that she came as he predicted, but Lise just wants to return the perfume he gave her. Noticing she wants to leave, Jerry tries to cajole her into staying, but Lise is adamant. She believes he is a player, like every American man. She gives an excuse of having responsibilities, and Jerry offers her the opportunity to be carefree while with him. He implores her to spend at least an hour with him every day at Pont des Arts, but Lise refuses. He catches her attention, though, when he says he wants to forget the war, and she sits beside him, as she wants to forget the war too. Jerry is happy that she finally sits with him, and once again offers her the opportunity to be Lise instead of Lise, as he feels her name is sad. Lise refuses once again, but not as sharply as before, as she's getting swayed by his words. He begins to sing, and eventually, they dance together. Jerry asks her again, proposing they be just friends, and Lise agrees, on the condition that he keeps it a secret. In love once again, he tries to kiss her, but she pushes him into the river on reflex. She runs away, imploring him not to forget their meeting this time. In his house, Henry is still trying to compose the letter, but to no avail. Madame Borel comes in wishing to see the letter, as she knows her son doesn't have a romantic bone in his body, but they have no time, because Lise comes in with her husband. She drags her husband away, telling Lise that Henry has something to tell her, and giving her son the opportunity. Henry is nervous, and it doesn't go unnoticed by Lise. Even though he tries to play it down, he asks about her ballet, but she knows it's not about that. Henry notices that Lise looks alive, and Lise believes it's because of Jerry, but feels relieved when Henry talks about her new ballet offer. Lise then brings up his wish to go to America to sing, changing the subject, so that she can go with him and be a dancer. Henry asks her if she wants it, and she says she does. Unfortunately, Henry mistakes it for her accepting a proposal he never made. He says he loves her, and she says it too. The three men are high on love, all thinking about Lise, not knowing that she is the one they all love. They sing till they reach the Dutoit bar, and even reveal to themselves they've found someone. Henry informs them that his bride accepted his proposal, even though he didn't have to make it, and Adam teases him, asking if the girl knows she has accepted his proposal. Henry gets annoyed a little, and Jerry tries to stop their banter. Jerry picks up Henry's letter, but they discover that it's Lise's own instead. On reading the questions she has about love, Henry gets sad, because she seems to be having doubts, and Jerry and Adam try to cheer him up. It ends quickly, though, as a statement in the letter catches his eye, lighting up his mood. Lise supposes love grows, and this gives Henry hope that his love will grow in her heart. Jerry goes to the Ritz, where he meets Milo Davenport alone. He hands her a painting as a gift, and she admires it, but finds it regular. She advises him to start his ideas and reveals she has convinced Maestro to give him the designer job. Jerry is happy about the opportunity. She asks Jerry for a dance, but Jerry is reluctant, as there's someone he likes already, and he doesn't want any confusion. Milo assures him that it's not something serious, and starts mentioning popular people she knows when he still refuses. In the end, Jerry dances with her, and she invites him to another party, a masked one this time, as they have fun. Time flies, and life goes on. Jerry and Lise have their meeting once again. The practice for Milo's idea goes on at the Chatelet, and things are looking good, except for Jerry's designs which Maestro rejects. Meanwhile, Adam continues being led on by Lise. Seeing the former design, Milo gives Jerry some advice, and he corrects his mistakes. Things go south at practice when Lise doesn't want to be carried too high, and Maestro gets angry. Adam tries to comfort her, but she cries instead. At their hangout later that day, Jerry kisses her, and she kisses him back. Nervous at what she's done, she leaves, but Jerry's overjoyed that their relationship has improved. The masquerade party is here, and Jerry goes with Milo as promised. At the same time, Lise attends the party with Henry. Jerry and Lise recognize each other even through their masks, but Jerry still wants to make sure. He gets his opportunity during the game, and when Lise is raised high, she removes her mask, and is unhappy that Jerry is with another woman. Lise leaves the party with Henry. Jerry kisses Milo, angry that Lise is with another man. The next scene opens at Madame Borel's house, where a party is going on. Adam comes in, as he was invited as the pianist. He sees Lise and tries to ask her out, but fails terribly due to his bad and uncontrollable mouth. He comes across Henry, who's surprised to see him there, and pretends not to know him, because his parents must not know he owns a bar, or even has an interest in shows. Henry drags Adam to the piano and tries to explain, but doesn't get a chance as Milo and Jerry come in. Jerry acknowledges both Adam and Henry as his friends, but Henry quickly denies it again, not wanting his mother, who's getting suspicious, to catch on. He quickly tells them that his parents aren't allowed to know of his singing and nightclub charades, and is almost caught by his dad, but manages to escape. Jerry learns from Milo that the party is actually for the ballet, and that she wants to use the opportunity to introduce his art. He's happy but nervous, as he doesn't want Lise to see him there with her, since the dancers are going to be around. This makes him restless, resulting in 1 or 2 glasses of wine. Madame Borel introduces the play to be acted, but even as it starts and Jerry confirms Lise isn't there, he's still restless. The music quickly changes to jazz as Jerry starts singing, and everyone dances, enjoying themselves, even Monsieur and Madame Borel, who supposedly hate jazz. After the dancing, she wonders why she hates it, and finds out from her husband that they lied so much that she got too into the act. She then proceeds to introduce Lise as the upcoming dancer, and her son's fiancé, throwing both Adam and Jerry off guard. Lise doesn't seem surprised, but also not happy. Her mood dampens more when she sees the close relationship between Jerry and Milo. Milo wonders what happened to Jerry, but he refuses to divulge, and instead runs out after Lise, leaving Milo all alone. Henry, who's alone, strikes up a conversation with her, and they hit it off immediately and even dance together. Outside, Jerry meets Lise, asking if she loves Henry, and although she doesn't want to stop the marriage. She implores him to go back to Milo, who thinks he loves her and is giving him what he wants. Sad at finding out his past this way, Jerry assures her that she's all that he wants, not money and fame. Lise believes he's foolish, because he thinks that life is like the American movies. She knows with the connections Milo has, he would go far with her, helping his career in the process. She doesn't have the luxury to love him, and he asks to meet her again so she can explain herself, but Lise refuses. He reveals he loves her, and Jerry probes her until she confesses her love, too, but they can't do anything about it. While they are talking, Adam and Milo have been looking through the window. Milo is saddened when she sees the way Jerry expressed his love for Lise. With the party over and everyone gone, Henry, seeing that Lise is not okay, asks if there's anything she wants to say, to let her mind be at rest. She is worried about what people will say about their differences, but he assures her that he doesn't care, and will always love her. As they sing about love, Lise thinks about Jerry, but has to keep up the act. When she's almost in tears, she pretends it's happy tears, and that she's happy for their marriage. Henry goes to bed oblivious of her true heart. At the same time, in Milo's house, she asks if Jerry has anything to say, and when he asks the same question as Lise, she assures him that she doesn't care about what people say. She sings about love, asking if there's a future for them. But Jerry, not able to keep up the act, comes clean. He believes that someone who truly cares for her deserves her best. Annoyed, she threatens to remove her support from the ballet, and he accepts, as he will find a way to survive. Milo breaks down, as she never expected to fall for him, and Jerry comforts her before he leaves. Meanwhile, Milo and Adam sing of their loneliness. The next day, in the dressing room of the place Henry is supposed to perform, Adam speaks his mind and his thoughts on Henry and Lise's marriage. He asks him to look towards her happiness, instead of what he wants, but Henry believes that Lise is happy the way she is. Adam believes Lise is selling her happiness for their sacrifice, and Henry disagrees, explaining how Lise is related to him. His parents risked their life to save her, even though they couldn't save her parents. Although Adam respects what they did for her, he still believes that Lise is selling her happiness. When Henry claims that she loves him, Adam points out that it's not the love between lovers. He leaves Henry to take or leave what he has said. At the bar, Jerry meets Lise, who is seated waiting for Henry's performance. He pleads with her to explain to him, but she tells him to leave. Just then, Henry is called forth for his performance. He starts nervous at first, but enters the groove with a push from Adam. After some time, Adam joins him, and Henry does a great performance. Unfortunately for him, though, his mother is in the restaurant with Milo, and he runs into her right at the end of his performance. Madame Borel is dumbfounded upon seeing that the person performing is her son. At first, she is against the idea, wondering if her son wants to disgrace them. But when her husband consents to be proud of his son's talent, she gives in. Henry's father supports his music, and his mum in tow, and everything works out well. Jerry is happy that everything has worked well in the end, but Lise is angry with him, as she believes he planned for Henry's parents to be there. He tries to explain to her, but not wanting to listen, she sees Henry's parents in their car. Jerry confronts Henry, telling him to leave Lise because she loves him, but Henry disagrees. Jerry goes further, accusing Henry of being a coward who can't even fight for his country, and this gets him a punch to his face. Henry questions his knowledge of the person he loves. Fed up, Adam explains that Lise is actually a Jew, and was saved by the sacrifice of Henry and his parents. But even though Jerry understands, he still believes Henry is a coward, as he doesn't allow Lise to be with the one she loves. At that moment, Lise, who heard what transpired from outside, enters and leaves with Henry, to Jerry's devastation. As Jerry is wallowing in his sadness by drinking, Adam finally gets his art right. He realizes that Henry was right all along about letting a world that's already so dark become brighter. This is concerning his gloomy music and Jerry's dark art. The day of the ballet is here, and everyone is dressed and ready for the show. Jerry hangs outside Lise's dressing room, as he wants to give her a drawing. Milo meets him there and offers to help him deliver it, and Jerry's grateful. In the dressing room, Milo hands Lise her present. Seeing her expression, Milo clarifies that Jerry was never serious about her, and that he truly loves her. Jerry made her realize that love is something that can be bought. Lise reveals she's having problems feeling the dance, and she's only felt it once in her life before. Milo advises her to remember that one moment as she dances. Lise holds Jerry's drawing to her heart before going to the stage. The dance begins, and Lise is exceptional at it. She goes through the stage, and at one point, it seems like Jerry is dancing with her. The dance finishes, and the crowd offers a standing ovation. Jerry walks up to Lise after she's changed, commending her performance, but Lise says she couldn't have done it without imagining him with her, and Jerry is shocked. Maestro gives the floor to Milo after toasting to her, and she gives a toast to the Borel family for keeping the flame of art alive in a dense France. After the toast, she walks up to Henry, who seems to be having a change of heart about Lise, even though it's hard. Henry calls to Lise that they should take a drive, but she asks for a moment to change. Seeing Adam, Lise hands him a flower out of the bouquet of roses in her hand, encouraging and bidding him a job well done. She calls him her American in Paris. Adam thanks her back, but drags her away before leaving. He tells her that she's making a mistake, because love matters more than duty and honor. But still, Lise leaves with Henry. When she leaves, Adam learns he is the toast of Paris because of the success of the show. He is content that even though he did not get the girl, he at least has her and his music. The three men sing to their love, and after the performance, Adam and Henry leave. Jerry sits dejected in a park, heartbroken. Suddenly, he sees Lise calling out to him. She is back, and runs happily into his arms. It appears she had to rethink and realize that love matters greatly. They dance to finally being together, and kiss at the end of their dance. In the end, love prevails over duty. An American finally finds love in Paris, right in the arms of a French woman.